Hey there, Justin Chamness here, coming to you with another lease option live stream, the LOL show. This is a Monday edition. I hope you are starting your week off with a real positive, excited attitude. This is the last week that you have before Christmas. Christmas is next Monday, so that's sneaking up on us pretty quickly. And hopefully, you've gotten your, if you're doing any holiday exchanges, you get all that done. I've kind of waited to the last minute. Normally, I'm a early, like I get that done early, like back in maybe even late October, early November, usually. But this year, I kind of lollygagged around. You know what lollygagging is? Well, that's what I did. I lollygagged around and waited to the last minute. So now I've got to, I've got to get some last minute gifts. And don't you love the whole wrapping of the gifts? Isn't that the best part of Christmas, really? I mean, to take an evening and dedicate 2, maybe 3 hours sitting on the rug and trying to cut paper and all of that, or talking somebody else into doing it for you, maybe. I'm sure that would probably be an awesome seasonal business, and I'm sure that exists somewhere. But if there was a little stand on the corner, like if they did it like the fireworks stand, man, I'd be up there getting my gifts wrapped right now. All right, so just an idea. Hey, for any entrepreneurs out there looking for an idea, well, there you go. Like a fireworks stand on the corner, like those tents, except gift wrapping. All right. Hey, well, welcome to the Lease Option live stream. I'm Justin Chamness, and this is a gateway drug kind of strategy. Lease option is, and it leads into other creative real estate techniques and strategies. And by that, I mean, once you get involved in real estate, and you get involved in the topic of lease options and you understand lease options, it becomes much easier for you to then slide into doing other types of deals, like, for example, contract for deed or land contract. That might be called true owner financing. It would also be easy for you to slide into what would be called a subject to, right? Or maybe a subject to with a seller carryback hybrid. Ooh, that sounds complicated, doesn't it? But it's not really complicated. Once you see the picture, it's like it clicks. It's kind of like riding a bicycle. I don't know about you guys, but when I learned to ride a bicycle, and I don't think kids learn how to ride bicycles now, and that's crazy, but when I was a kid, I tried, I fell over, I got skinned up, I cried, yeah, I quit. I came back to it. I tried. I fell over. I was determined. It was like Rocky Balboa. You get beat in the first round. The first time you meet the nemesis, right? And then the second time, you're ultimately victorious, but that's only due to your absolute tenacity and your unwillingness to give up. And finally, one day, it was just like, boom, it just kind of clicked. Yeah, keep pedaling and you'll stay up. Oh, okay. And what seemed so counterintuitive. All right, now that's probably way off topic. Let me just get right to the point here. There is a cheat sheet on realestatewholesalerclub.com. Let me share the screen. Here it is, realestatewholesalerclub.com. If you'll go there, you can slide down. And there's a cheat sheet just a little ways down. It looks like this. It's real colorful. If you want to right-click it, you can save the image. Or if you're on a mobile device, hold it down and save it to your gallery that way. But you can also click here and go to a Google Drive folder where you can download this particular cheat sheet. Now, you can see I've shared this one before. However, this one is seriously updated. All right. You can see that I've filled it in with more words. Okay. And the reason I did that was because it dawned on me that the cheat sheet that I had originally, I was sharing, it was something that made sense to me. But maybe I needed to define or expound upon the idea in the box a little more than just like one word. Like, for example, where it says in the box there at the top left-hand corner, prospect property. Okay, well, in that row going across, in the old version, it just said pretty or ugly, or pretty and ugly, which just meant pretty houses, ugly houses. Okay, so I wanted to expound upon that, and you can see I filled this in a lot more. It says now usually motivated sellers with ugly houses in need of repair. That would be, you'd be making an all cash offer. Okay, now a subject to usually financially desperate sellers with pretty houses and little or no equity. Okay. All right, and if you're like, okay, well, wait a minute, hold on. All right, put it in the chat, guys. All right, that's fine. There's lots of other people that could fit, yes. But I want you to start thinking in these paradigms at first, at least. Okay, now just slide over to the subject to seller carryback column. This is the subject to seller carryback hybrid column. And you can see it says usually financially desperate sellers with pretty houses that have equity. Okay, see, look at those subject to with the existing loan. Look at this one, the subject to one, prospect property. Usually financially desperate sellers with pretty houses and little or no equity. Okay, now look at this one over here, the subject to seller carryback hybrid. Usually financially desperate sellers with pretty houses that have equity. Okay. All right, is it starting to click for you a little bit? Maybe, hopefully. See, that's what I want. I want you riding the real estate bicycle by the end of today. All right, I want some of these things to start to click for you. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, all of that good stuff. I really love this time of year. I hope you're having a good year. It's been a weird year, I think, for everybody. Next year's probably going to be even more weird. You know, all I can say is grab a hold of your God-given dreams and just push into that, push into him, push into that. You know, make some good friends and let's go through whatever we're going through together. How's that? How's that for an attitude? Could we do that as we the people? That'd be fun. I don't mean to preach to anybody, but I want to share this cheat sheet. You should definitely go to realestatewholesalersclub.com and you should just go get this cheat sheet. Like I said, save it to your computer, desktop, right click on it. Right click on it. This is what it looks like when you go to realestatewholesalersclub.com. Slide down just a little bit. You'll see the cheat sheet is right here. You can right click on it, save the image as. You can hold your finger on it on a mobile device, save it to your photos gallery. You can just click it and open up a Google Drive. I just want you to have access to this because this might make it click for you. This is how I've been able to put it together in my mind, and I hope that helps you. Okay, what has this done for me? Well, I've done over 600 transactions myself personally. All right. You know, I'm not the $100,000 a month guy. I'm not telling you, hey, this is how you're going to work all day real hard. If you just had enough hustle, you could do $100K a month. No. I want you to live a nice life of freedom and comfortableness. Yes, I want you to be in the top 3%. How's that? Maybe the top 7 or 5. Right now, you know, I'm talking about income. So maybe this will help it click for you. This made it click for me. By the way, if you go to Real Estate Wholesalers Club, there's other reasons why you should go there right now. One is I have this online event that I'm hosting next week. And today, I may close it down today. I don't want the group to get too large, but if you want to sign up for this, you better do it quickly. It's $29. We are closing admission to it. 3-day challenge, 1 hour each day, setting your goals, getting ready for 2024. Are you always thinking about it but not acting about it very much. All right. Then this is for you. Do you not know what to do on a daily basis? Then this is for you. Do you not have anything substantial as far as goals and written down, or on a digital written down? Is it not notated anywhere? If that's you, this is for you. If you have goals written down, but you don't have them broken down into a day-to-day habit that you can have confidence in as the right activities, then this is for you. All right. So there's that. Also at realestatewholesalerclub.com, I'm giving away right now a lot of freebies. You can see right here is where you could also get the cheat sheet that I'm talking about, the free real estate strategies cheat sheet. That's the one that we're discussing right here. We're going to get back to it in a moment. But you can see the real estate strategies cheat sheet is here in the menu. There's also a free lease options millionaire training. That's right. It's about 3 steps. That's my 3-step plan to millionaire, if you want to know. Okay. And that's absolutely free right now. There's also a free meet with me if you want to meet me 15 minutes. No BS. I'm not going to pitch fest you either. All right. Free getting started with zero money for those of you out there who have the claim of I have no money. Some of you, maybe that's true, but a lot of you, it's not really true. You just have a really shitty mindset. But here it is. Get started with $0 if that's you. That's free right now. You could JV a deal with me if you're getting deals. And people are JVing deals with me. It's nice. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the creative deals that you guys are bringing me. Yep. Also free if you want to be a 6-figure coach like me. That's right. I'm in the real estate business, and I'm also making a lot of money being a coach. Well, Justin, how much are you charging? Yeah, I'm only charging look, this coaching club here is $500 in the door and then $99 a month, cancel whenever. So, I mean, I'm not raping people here. My courses are $95. My one-on-one apprentice program, I'll finance that myself. Put something down and something reasonable monthly, and let's get rocking. All right. So I'm able to be the people's coach and still make a lot of money. If you're interested in that for you, and maybe I should share that story real quick. I was going to tell this story on Friday, and I didn't. But the reason I got into coaching was because, see, I was a big-time co-wholesaler. All right, that's all the business that I was really, I was really trying to develop this to be like my thrust was the co-wholesale business, ugly houses, locally. And so I was doing a good number of deals, and even doing a good number of deals every month. Problem is, because I didn't have any marketing going out to homeowners myself, I was just 100% dependent on the wholesalers and other people here in town getting deals. I had a list of bird dogs. It was kind of cool, but Kansas City is Kansas City. It's only as big as it is. It's big, but it's not so big that it's that it's infinite. So I was looking for ideas. I was like, man. So anyway, it dawned on me, hey, I need to raise up, right? Like push more in the lease option business going out into the world outside of Kansas City, which meant what I'm doing now, which is the text blasting outside of Kansas City so that I can find deals, okay, while also co-wholesaling and doing deals in Kansas City. So if you've ever heard my story now, maybe it all starts to make sense. All right. Well, at the same time, I go to a Kansas City, it's Mid-America Real Estate Investors Association. People call it Mary-I or something. Okay, the Mary-I meeting. It's the big real estate club run by Kim Tucker here in town. Awesome lady, super advocate for people that are doing business here in Kansas City, Missouri. You can't beat that. Okay, I went to a meeting. I think she let me in for free even. Okay, I bought a membership once or twice. I probably ought to be a member again, Kim. But anyway, I was at one of those meetings, and I was sitting in the back row. It's like one of those, like when you go to church, if you're sitting in the back row, that might say something about, like maybe you're working in the nursery. Okay, I get that. Maybe you're driving the bus or something and you got to sit in the back. I get that. But if you're just sitting in the back, it's because you're trying to hide a little bit back there, So I at least that's what my excuse was been. So I was at that Marriott meeting, sitting in the back row, like trying to hide. And the topic of the night, she had a guest speaker, and the topic of the night was 100 ways to make money in real estate. And I was like, wow, okay, 100 ways. This is how I can expand also, right? Because I needed to expand because I felt like I capped out with my co-wholesale business in Kansas City. And I was launching the text blasting going nationwide now for lease options, but I was also still searching, that shiny object syndrome stuff, right? Well, this time it actually worked out really well for me because I was at this Marriott meeting, sitting in the back row, and the 100 ways to make real estate speech the lady was giving. She was, I don't know what number it was, but she said the number 37 or something is coaching. She said, some of y'all, this is the answer. That's what she said. She said, for some of y'all, this is the answer. Start coaching and helping other people, and they will help you in return. Yeah, it was like watching the Blues Brothers movie. Now, I know people that are listening to this that are younger than me. They probably do not know what movie I'm talking about. It's a classic movie. It was super well known for having not only the Blues Brothers and a lot of great music in it. It had Ray Charles and a lot of great music in it, but it had Aretha Franklin and a lot of great music in it. Like, it had a lot of great music in it, but not only that, it was known for having the most car crashes. All right, that was the movie that had the most car wrecks at the time. It's probably been beat now because they try to beat and ruin everything now. But at the time, and for a long time, it held the record for the most car crashes. All right, so I'm talking about the Blues Brothers now, and I have no idea why. We've lost track completely of our topic today, which is let's just jump right back. Let's just jump right back into the. Sometimes I'm like, what am I talking about? Like I let myself start telling stories. And anyway, let's get back into the cheat sheet. You're totally allowed to get into this. You guys want me to finish the coaching story? I feel like I get to talking. I don't want to deviate from the cheat sheet too far today. I want to kind of go through it a little more before we split ways here. But all right. So it was like the Blues Brothers movie, and the light from heaven came down almost, on the back row, and here I come up the aisle doing like cartwheels and dancing because I'm having some kind of religious experience at the Marriott meeting in the back row. When this lady is talking about do coaching and help other people, and it was like something just about it just resonated with me. And on the way home in the car, it was one of those ride homes where the car radio was all the way down, and I got the window cracked and the heater up because that's just how I like to do it. I don't know about you. When it's cold outside, I like to have the heater up and the window down a little bit. Well, I'm riding home thinking about what just happened and how this totally has taken over my mind for the moment at least. And I totally want to help people. That's what I've been wanting to do all along. And maybe this is how I can really use some of my gifts and talents. And so that's why they call me the people's coach, I think, because I really have a heart to teach and I really want to help people. I want to see you succeed in this business. I don't want to just succeed for myself. I have succeeded for myself to a certain degree, and I'm very happy with that. In some ways, I'm extremely comfortable and even lazy and complacent. But having you as a mentee helps me remain accountable and active and effective in the market and helps me do deals when I partner with you and joint venture with you and teach you how to get leads and teach you how to make calls. And maybe I hop on a call with you and maybe we do a call together and we get a deal together and maybe we share in some of those profits together. We do all of that inside the coaching club. That's why I can charge what little I do and make six figures. So if you're interested in being a coach, then by all means, you should go to realestatewholesalerclub.com and go click that coach, be a coach button in the menu. Be a six-figure coach. Of course, if you need prayer, I'm raising up 100,000 prayer partners. That's what I'd really like to do too. I have a real desire to do that. So, I've got a lot of vision. And I've got a lot of energy and I've got a lot of health and thank God. And I've got a lot of good people around me. And it's time for me as a person individually to seize 2024, take it like it's mine. I mean, take it like a banshee, like I don't even know what that means, but really get it, and also do it with a heart of gratitude and thanksgiving to God and, devotion and discipline. Remember, discipline is absolutely necessary. Freedom without discipline, it evolves into some real nasty, icky life. You don't want that. What you want is a way to consistently bless your family and your church and your your place of worship or your favorite charity or your other family members or buy mama a house, like they say in the NFL. Every time they interview somebody that's made it big in the NFL, what's the first thing you're going to do with this big contract? I'm going to buy mama a house. Those dreams are inside you for a reason, And yeah, I'm just gonna tell you, big brother to little brother, maybe, or little sister. Those dreams in your heart, they weren't put there by you. They were put there by the Creator. Not only that, but you think you understand what they are, but you don't really understand how they're going to play out and what they're going to look like when you get there, because when you get there, I'm going to tell you, it may look similar to what you were thinking, but it's going to look different and it's going to be better, because that's how it works. That's how it works. Okay, when you're doing it the right way, it's how it works. I don't know, but doing it the wrong way, that's not how it works. Okay, doing it the wrong way, I've done it the wrong way too. My goodness. Absolutely, I have. Yeah, I've been in business a long time, and I've tried this and that, and I've tried probably every shenanigan there is. And I'm just telling you, man, there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way, and the right way is always takes a little longer, but it's always a lot safer, and it's always a lot more assured. So let's talk about the plan. The plan for me is to get leads, okay? Once I get leads, I want to talk to leads, and then I want to jump right into a conversation with the good ones, and I want to have a conversation with them using the information I have on this chart, really. Okay, you can see we were talking about earlier the subject to in the prospect property. Let's just pick one. Let's pick the subject to the existing loan. It usually is financially desperate sellers with pretty houses and little to no equity. Now, I know it can be ugly houses and all that and whatever. Put it in the comments. You're right, though. You're right. I know. And I know. But look, I got a little box here. And I'm a pretty house guy. All right. So, look, the next box down. When does the deed transfer? In a subject to the existing loan deal, the deed transfers at closing, usually sometime like right away, 7 to 30 days, somewhere in there. All right, what happens to the seller's mortgage is the next row. the seller's mortgage payment gets paid monthly by the investor. The investor pays monthly to seller. Yes, the investor does not pay monthly payments to seller. Okay, it says here in the row that says investor pays monthly to seller, it says the investor does not pay monthly to seller. Okay, great. Why does he not pay? Because he's paying, it says here in the one above, seller's mortgage payment gets paid monthly by the investor. So the investor, you are paying the seller's mortgage payment monthly for them. But in a subject to, you're not paying a payment to the seller. You're paying the mortgage payment directly to the mortgage company. You're not paying anything to the seller. Okay. The question you would ask, what if I were to take over ownership of the house, sir? Would you allow me to catch up and continue to pay your mortgage payment for you until we pay it off? That's all you got to ask. If that fits, then you know you got a deal, right? That's subject to. You're going to use a purchase and sale agreement, and you're going to use a subject to disclosure, and that's how you're going to tie that deal up with the homeowner. You might take a quit claim deed as well. All right, now here's a thought. Let's jump over and do the subject to seller carryback hybrid like we talked about before. Usually a financially desperate seller with pretty houses that have equity. In other words, the house is worth $100,000. They owe $65,000 and they have $35,000 worth of equity. Okay, well, in a subject to with a seller carryback hybrid, the deed is going to transfer up front like a subject to would. Real quick on the front side, 7 to 30 days. Now, the seller's mortgage payment gets paid monthly by the investor. So this is the subject to part. So the seller's mortgage is going to get paid monthly by the investor. The investor is going to pay the monthly mortgage payment directly to the mortgage company. Is he going to send any money to the seller? The investor is going to pay. The investor pays a monthly payment to the seller to pay the seller's equity. Yeah. So in other words, you take over the $65,000 mortgage subject to, make that payment monthly. Maybe you catch it up or something and make that payment. And then you send a small payment monthly to help cover that $35,000 that they had in equity. And here's the question you would ask. Would you allow me to take over ownership of the house, continue making your mortgage payment for you? You might have to say catch up and continue making your mortgage payment for you and pay a monthly payment to you for your equity. If they say yes to that, then all you need is a purchase and sale agreement plus a seller finance addendum. Yeah. And a good title company or closing attorney. Yep. That's it. That's it. How cool is that? All right. Is it starting to click for you? Is it starting to click a little bit? I hope it's starting to click a little bit. All right. Say click a bit. Click a little bit one more time. Right. Click a little bit. I hope it's going to click a little bit for you. I want you to go to realestatewholesalerclub.com and get the cheat sheet that we're talking about. All you got to do is slide down just a little bit, grab that cheat sheet, copy it, save it to your desktop, whatever you got to do, save it to your photos gallery. It is a PNG, so it is a photo. You can print it out if you want to. It looks pretty decent still in black and white. All right. If you don't want to print it in color, it's nice to have. If you want to frame it, if you want to mount it on the wall, or if you want it to be the centerpiece on your mantle. Okay. That's how you would do it. All right, everybody. I've got to go. It is time to call it a day. I've got a bunch of people with questions here. It looks like before I go, I didn't even check, guys. It says, how's it going? Would you be able to provide a lease option flow chart? Okay. Are we talking about acquisitions or dispositions? I wonder. Hey, Val. What's going on, Michael? It's good to see Mike. Happy holidays to you too. Michael Batista wants to know if I have any objections to getting a servicing company involved when making the payment for the mortgage. No, I don't do it that way, okay? Unless I have a sophisticated homeowner that wants me to use a servicing company, which is really just an added expense, but it is kind of nice, and they do document things. But yeah, if the seller wants it, I'm not. This is one of my things. I don't have no dog in that hunt. Okay, like if the seller wants it, great, we'll do it. If he doesn't want it, we won't do it. All right, it's not a thing. And there's a blank on my contract that says, we can have this closed up and serviced by blank. Might be where we would put that in if a homeowner said, oh, well, I need to close and have escrow held at blah, blah, blah. Perfect. Okay, perfect. We just need to make sure that they're going to do it, right? Because not all of them just do it, right? Okay, so and then the lease option flow chart. I've been telling everybody lately what it is, but I was thinking about a flow chart the other day, and I don't know how in depth you wanted it to be. Maybe HV Faith, but I would like to do that, and I would like to make it pretty not in depth, really, because it's not a complex process. Okay. But it could be very, very complicated if I wanted to sell like a $2,000 lease option flow chart spreadsheet, mind map thing. We could definitely come up with something dumb. But I think it's super duper simple, and have Faith just hop on my calendar and I'll give you a flow chart right away. I'll just get in the flow with it and build you a chart right there in your mind. All right. Love you guys. Hey, I'll see you again tomorrow. I'm going to have guests. Hey, if you want to join me tomorrow, please do. I mean, come on zoomjustin.com tomorrow at the same time, because we're just hanging out friends. Okay. We're just going to hang out as friends and enjoy one another before the holiday. Christmas is next Monday. You got 1 week. You better get busy, everybody. All right. Love